Greetings, my venerable YouTube friends. Firstly, an apology. Seriously, though, I am very much sorry that this video is coming into a week late. That is mainly because I was finding it difficult to get inspired for this chapter title, and I was quite busy, not this week, but the week before, although I was fairly busy this week with something else. But yes, this video is coming to you a week late, which I apologise for, but we have a chapter, and it is Hop Hop Hop, and that's the chapter 8, so we're up to 8 chapters. There are 420 suggestions in the pot, minus 7, so there's actually 413. No, minus 8, 412, because the 8 have already been suggested. But, point is, they are here, and I have a chapter selection to make to you. So it's on this computer screen. I've just selected it, and I will now proceed to read it to you, or rather, an extract. So here's an extract from the 8th chapter. I'll just adjust the camera there a little bit. There we go. 2 of the chapters from Notes story, called Hop Hop Hop. The explanation she'd heard from the nurse only made her more suspicious. Why would 2 plainclothes police officers be following her around these last few days? Yes, she had been in a traffic accident that involved some kind of politically motivated protest, but then she'd seen them in a Whitgift centre that day, long before any strange concrete statues had fallen off their pedestals and found themselves on the front of her car's bonnet. She'd seen them twice, in fact, going into the bookshop and the cafe. Whatever was it they were looking for? Were they something to do with those weird poetic messages she'd been receiving? It didn't seem likely, since they were spending their time looking for things earlier on. He must have been just in the dark as about any potential meaning to all these events as she was. Still, there was something vaguely sinister about the pair which she wasn't at all happy with, and she decided that if she could, the next time she saw them, she would talk to them directly. She reached the newsagents downstairs and was immediately less than inspired. The 2 principal genres of magazine that broadcast themselves most openly from the shelves could be summarised in lads and glamour. It was interesting how, looking at them, both of them, that attractive women seemed to be the order of business for both sides. It didn't seem to work the same way for attractive men. Attractive women worked in the way that to men the message was "thwar," and to women it was "this will make you look as attractive as the women here." It seemed to be a double-edged sword of advertising, and made Jane seethe. She decided to try digging below the traditional surface at the most glaring and glossy and look for the newspapers. Sadly, there were no signs of Time, Newsweek or The Economist anywhere to be seen, and a worryingly large number of copies of TV Quick, TV Times and What's on TV. She wondered if the journalism inside these stretched beyond the mere levels of high-frequency radio wave entertainment listings, and for a brief flip through the various synopses of the plot lines of EastEnders, Coronation Street, Home and Away, etc., they weren't inspiring. She was about to give up hope entirely, as her eyes now directed themselves over the gaze of the tabloids and the red tops, when she saw something on the lower headline of the Sun, which made her extremely intrigued. The main headline was... and I'll stop there. Oh, come on. Gotta give me some credit here. Okay. We're now going to do the selection video for this week. Reminder again, thank you to the 1 person who made a YouTube suggestion this week. That was, let me check, I remember the name. That was Waterbird. So thank you, Waterbird. Waterbird. Well, it's spelled without an R, which is interesting. Yes, thank you, Waterbird, for your 1 suggestion. Other people have made their suggestions on the Ning and other places. But yes, so I'm going to go to random.org again. Random.org, true random number service. Integer generator. Generate 1 number between the values of 1 and 420. Format in 1 column. The number we have, 340. Let's have a look, I'll show you. See there, look, 340. It really is. I gotta admit that gets repetitive after a while, and I'm sorry for that. But anyway, 340. So 340 is... oh wait, that's wrong. Here we go. A poisoned shoelace. A poisoned shoelace. And I'd like to thank one Philip J. Schaufenfreud for that. A poisoned shoelace. A poisoned shoelace. most intriguing. I'm glad to say that I will be most inspired, and hopefully the chapter suggestion will be back right on time this week. By the way, brief thank you notes. I didn't get around to do it last week, to Recipes from a Hat, who left us a wonderful little mention in one of her videos recently. So thank you very much, Recipes from a Hat. Go subscribe to her if you haven't already. She is awesome. She's German, and she's making recipes out of random suggestions that people leave in the comments of her videos. So yeah, that would be cool. A poisoned shoelace. That's going to be interesting. They always are interesting, generally speaking. I mean, this was only late this week. I remember reading a book talking about writing once. It said how if you push yourself too hard creatively sometimes, it can slow you down, and you ultimately get drained. I mean, it's different for people who write non-fiction. I think that's sort of a different school of thought, but creatively it's sometimes difficult. So apologies if I stall or things about this, but yeah, I don't know if you know how it is. But cool. So, A Poisoned Shoelace, Philip J. Schaffenfreude, or Schaffenfreude. I'm really bad at this. I know who he is, and he's going to be really cross if I don't get it right. I think it actually means to come from getting pleasure from someone else's misfortunes, or something. It involves getting pleasure from something. The name. Yes. Okay. Anyway, please leave your suggestions down there. That works because it's not the sidebar. Yes. So, and well, what will be in the sidebar is the. I'm going to think it's there, but there may be an annotation here telling you that it's wrong. But there will be in the sidebar the link to the blog. So yes, go to the blog, read the chapter. That will be in there in full. Leave any suggestions you have in the blog, or the Facebook group, or on the comments here, or on the Ning, or anywhere that I sort of ask for comments. Would be appreciated if you could leave them there. Thank you very much, and I will hopefully see you next Saturday. Bye bye.